Hey guys, this is Gary Lee Stanley, your sales guy. Hey, today we're going to talk about my favorite subject, which is sales. All right, I got a great subject. It's kind of a different kind of subject, but it came to my heart today and I thought I'd have to share it. So it is selling and forgiving others. What did he say? I said selling and forgiving others, especially those people that have hurt you. I've been in sales for a long time, since the 80s. And I told you, my name is Gary Lee Stanley, your sales guy. I told you I'd tell you the good, the bad, the ugly, and a lot of things that salespeople and people talk about, but they don't generally talk it out loud. And that's what I'm going to do. Selling and forgiving others. I remember I've heard stories and people have talked to me about people in their past who told them that they couldn't sell. They were told that they couldn't do something and that they took it personal. And I've taken it personal sometimes too when people have said bad things about me. People have hurt my feelings, and I've hurt a lot of people's feelings. And I'm asking you to please forgive me. Selling and forgiveness. There was a great story that was written about a great king. And there was this man who owed so much money to this king. And when he became in front of the king says to him, "You owe me all this money. I need it. I want it now." And the guy says, "I can't. I don't have it. I don't have the money. Please forgive me." Well, the king was a very good king. And he had a good heart. And he forgave that person. Now, a little while later that day, that man that was forgiven for so much had a man that owed him just a little bit, not a lot. And the man came to him and says, "Sir, I owe you some money, but I don't have it. Can you please forgive me?" And the man that was forgiven a lot said no. And he threw him in debtor's prison until he could get the money to pay his way out. But there were people watching, and they went back to the king and told the king exactly what had happened. And the king was furious. He was disappointed. He was kind of hurt and perplexed. After helping and saving this guy so much money he owed and forgiving him his debt, well, he brought this person before him. And he said, "How dare you? You've been given an opportunity to forgive somebody else, and you threw him in prison and you treat him poorly. And I forgave you." He said, "This day you will not. You are not free anymore. You will. I do not." And he took back the forgiveness. Now, he forgave the guy the first time, but because the other person, the guy didn't forget, the guy who owned him a little bit, this guy was put in prison. And in this regard, it's just strange. I know it's a strange story, but it's a true story in a lot of our lives. A lot of times people, do things to us. They hurt us. They say bad things about us. They treat us poorly. And I'm probably one of the guiltiest people in the world because I'm a real person. I'm a real sinner. Now, you may have some people in your life that have hurt you. And until you forgive those people for the atrocities, the things that they've done, and truly forgive them, it's going to wear on your mind for your whole life. And sometimes people turn out to kill themselves because they can't forgive others for the bad things that other people have done to them. I've known people who've killed themselves and I know some that are bitter and angry and frustrated. My God, He wants me to forgive those people who have hurt me. And I pray that people forgive me for hurting them. Now, selling, what has it got to do with forgiveness? You got customers. You got some customers that said they would buy from you, or maybe you thought they were going to buy from you. And what you did was when they said no, or they changed their minds, or they canceled an order, you got frustrated. You got angry. And you probably, maybe not knowingly, took it out on someone else. Your family members, your children, your significant other, a friend. Or maybe you started drinking because of it, or smoking pot, or doing whatever you do. But when we forgive others, it's amazing. It just takes a weight right off of you. It's called grace, giving people grace. God has given me so much grace. And He's helped me in so many ways. And I know I'm normally a real jokester, and I have a lot of Funny stuff that I do, because my name is Gary Lee Stanley, your sales guy. But in regards to this selling and forgiveness, we have to forgive those people that snaked us, somebody who stole from us in a sale that they took. We've got to forgive those people that treat us poorly, the management that looks down on us, don't think we can produce and we can't do our job. We've got to forgive those people in our past who said we will never be successful. We have to forgive those people that treat us poorly and look down on us. Because I'm going to tell you what, I've been in sales a long time, guys. And sometimes people, they don't mean to, but they treat you so badly. Oh, you're a salesman? They look down on you. And they don't want to be sold nothing, And I can understand that. And sometimes we take it internally. And I've seen some really good people who had a really great opportunity to be a great salesperson, but because somebody hurt them, they quit sales. They quit an opportunity that could have fed their family for the rest of their lives and took something that was less hard. I deal with a lot of rejection every day. I'm a salesperson. I've been in it since the 80s in one form or capacity. My name is Gary Lee Stanley, your sales guy. And I deal with people who treat me so poorly sometimes, but I let it go. I have to forgive them because I don't want to be an angry person. I don't want to be a person that hurts anybody anymore. Today's a good day for a good day. And I just thought I'd share this with you because selling means a lot to me. And, you can sell anything, but you have to believe in yourself. And if people are trying to steal your dreams, here's a fist bump. We have to get over it. Because there are some people, they're like crabs. They'll pull us down and tell us that we can't do this or we can't do that. And you've probably had maybe people tell you that you'll never be successful. Maybe people treated you really bad when you were little. Maybe you treated someone poorly. Maybe you've done some things that you wished you wouldn't have done. I go to God and I ask for forgiveness. And I also ask the people who are in my life to forgive me. Because sometimes we get frustrated, we get angry. We do things out of spite. Sometimes we just get frustrated. And because we get frustrated, we take it out on our significant others, our family members, our friends, our co-workers. Selling and forgiveness. The first person that you need to forgive is yourself. And that's the hardest one to forgive. I've done something in my life and it's been in my brain. And I still reflect sometimes on those things that I've done wrong and the people that I've hurt and the God that I serve that I've hurt. But I asked for forgiveness, and I have to forgive myself to have a peace of mind. Because peace of mind means that you're able to share your feelings, you're able to be a real person, and you're a genuine person. Instead of trying to sell people, have conversations with people. Don't try to be pushy, but be energetic and enthusiastic about what you're doing. And listen, it's really hard for people to forgive you if you can't forgive yourself. And if you've hurt people, sometimes you have to go back and ask those people to forgive you. Now, they may not, but that's in their court. That's called making amends. Making amends for the things that we've done wrong. So what I try to do now in my videos is do something positive for you, for salespeople, customer service people, or anybody who's watching this. Because I do not want to have these feelings of fear, false evidence appearing real, and frustrations because of unforgiveness. My name is Gary Lee Stanley, your sales guy. And I love you, and I hope you'll do well. And please remember, when we forgive others, that makes us strong. That gives us power. And it takes that power away from those people that may have hurt us or we may have hurt them. So give yourself a break. My name is Gary Lee Stanley, your sales guy. We just had a really great conversation today about selling and forgiveness. Who do you have to forgive? Do you have people that need to forgive you? Let's be good, let's be great, and let's do our best. And always remember, if you ain't asking for the order, you ain't selling. This is Gary Lee Stanley. We just had a really great conversation about selling and forgiveness. And I know it was a serious subject, But you know what? Sometimes we got to be serious about things that make us tick. And we want to real have a good mind, mentally, physically, spiritually, financially. But if we don't forgive others for things they've done, we take it and harbor it. So remember, if somebody's forgiven you, don't hold on to that resentment. Try to forgive and forget. Now, it ain't easy to forget when people hurt you really bad. But you know what? Don't give them your power. And forgive them. And don't remind them of the things they've done wrong. Just you be the strong person. And don't forget, selling and forgiveness go hand in hand. Have a wonderful day. God bless you. And I hope you got this message, and I hope it did something for you. Remember, you're important and we matter. Selling. It's a great opportunity. So don't sell yourself short. Selling. Forgive others that have hurt you. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.